What's up, guys? What's up? I am Falayoo Blikky, of course. I'll be your host for the evening. Um, I'm here. Basically, I'm trying something new. I wanted to, start a podcast, but one thing I did understand off the rip, one, I didn't want to, drag guys along. I didn't want to come up with this whole, you know, big thing about what I wanted to talk about and stuff like that. We see we see it every day. And another thing, I didn't want to come from a corporate standpoint. I actually wanted to come from urban standpoint, a humble standpoint. Give it to you raw. Give it to you how we see. Give it to you how we live, how we eat, how we breathe. You get what I'm trying to say? And I just hope that I could keep a couple people attention and talk about the things that actually matters. Um, One of the things that I did want to get into was you know the thing that they have out here with COVID. Is everything good? Can you hear? No? Yes? No? Um Another thing I wanted to speak about was the issues with COVID, whatnot. Basically, I see that as a lot of government officials, social media people, um those type of things, doctors, and that fell victim and is continue to fall victim to what they see on the internet, what they see, what they hear, what people are saying that's going on with COVID, that type of thing. Let me set the record straight. I don't believe none of that stuff. Um, I'm not. I want to say that I'm a non-believer of this, a non-believer of that. But one thing that I do not do is believe things that I cannot see, believe things that I cannot hear, believe things that I cannot touch. Basically, I do not believe in things that I cannot use my five senses to come to an understanding or come to some type of hypothesis of. Um, and you know what I mean? So, to dive more into the COVID thing, what I didn't really understand is if y'all remember when they first dropped this thing and this thing became an issue in Seattle, Washington, this thing became an issue in New York, and various other states of that nature. They said that it came from China and animals had something to do with it. Now that's something that they're not even speaking of. They're not even talking about the origins of it. Maybe some people are, but I'm not hearing too much of it. Maybe some people are talking, but I'm not hearing too much about the origins of the COVID anymore. I'm hearing a lot about vaccine. Let's get vaccinated. Let's go to the doctors and let's wear masks. Let's be protected. Let's keep our kids safe. Those type of things of that nature. But it's kind of like, to me, it's most of those things that they're running by you goes kind of without saying. But it's more like, it's not, to me, like they're kind of trying to keep me from getting something. It's more like they're trying to give me something or tell me the best ways to go about obtaining uh what they're trying to give me uh in our neighborhood and things of that nature. And I just wanted to know if it was other people out there that felt how I felt about this, because I'm kind of confused. I'm more confused than anything about this, because it's like, I might not be the smartest man in the world, but most drugs, most vaccines take a long time to get formed. You understand what I'm saying? There's things like AIDS, there's things like herpes, there's things like a whole host of other, diseases and viruses and things of that nature that's out there that they have failed to come up with a vaccination for. They have failed to come up with some type of dose, some type of medication, some type of cure for those things. And and something that just came up so quickly, I just feel like, to force the whole country to adapt to something that doctors and things of that nature was responsible for creating, for something that the population don't even understand fully of what's going on. Like, for instance, let me just speak of myself. I can really only speak for myself. So let me just speak for myself. I never had COVID. From my understanding, I don't know anybody else who had COVID. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. I don't know somebody else who knows somebody who had COVID before. To the point where they were sick, to the point where they were sick, dying, or sick trying to recover on a ventilator, things of that nature. I don't know anybody um who have had this problem, but I'm aware that the problem exists. I'm aware that there's stuff in the news, there's stuff in the media, there's people wearing masks, there's a lot of restrictions in the country, that type of stuff about what's going on. But I don't see those. I don't. I'm not seeing it. And for me to get up and to go get a vaccine to put something inside of my body that a doctor created or doctors created, big, you know, government issue, big, you know, something that had to be tested by marsupials, rats, goats, whatever they use to test this medicine, and they requesting you to place it inside of your body to fight a virus that you don't even know if you are going to get, or maybe if you did have it, that they said at some point in time, if you got it, your body will be able to fight it off better. Your body will be able to, do do certain things better without the vaccination. Now, I also understand, like, look at things in New York with Kyrie Irving, NBA basketball star, that played for the Brooklyn Nets. They just fired this guy. Well, not fired him, but you know what I mean. He just basically had to, in a kind of way, resign, or they basically told him we're not going to continue with you if you're not going to get a vaccination shot, because inside of New York State, they have a law here that states that you can't be at big gatherings, be a part of any big gatherings and big stadiums and things of that nature without being vaccinated. So he cannot play basketball because he's not vaccinated. He don't believe in getting vaccinated, things of that nature. So now it's kind of like they're coming up with these big, you know, requirements, these big restrictions because you're not getting vaccinated. And it's kind of crazy to me because once it's like they're asking you, please, can you be safe? Can you please wear the mask? It's something that we're all trying to fight. You go from asking people about something to forcing people inside of a situation. Now it's kind of, to me, it's kind of looking like, you understand what I'm saying? It's kind of looking like to me that maybe this is planned. Maybe this is the direction that wherever this COVID thing came from, that this is the direction that they wanted you to go in. And this is proven in history. This is something that has been proven before, and it's going to be proven time and time again. I don't know why you people out there think that some people are radical about believing in what they believe in. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? If they place a vaccine out there, by all means, I'm not against people going to get a vaccine. I'm just against people going to get a vaccine for something that they don't understand. I'm talking about you, the person that's walking inside the building to go get the shot in your arm, your leg, wherever you get the shot at, uh, and to go get vaccinated. I'm trying to figure out what is the real reason that you're going in there getting it if you yourself is not seeing signs of what people are talking about, if you're not seeing the signs yourself off of what you're reading, if you're not inside of those hospital wards where you see these people dying. And so I'm not saying you have to be live and direct with it, but it's like, how long are you going to go with someone telling you something before you get the facts of something? How long do you go before you start checking things out yourself, before you start asking questions, before you start getting involved, before you start seeing what really happened? All those people didn't die for no reason. You get what I'm trying to say? If they said people died and people did go to hospitals, and if people actually died, they didn't die for no reason. There was a reason why they died, whether they're calling it COVID, whether they're calling it whatever they could be calling this thing right here, or whatever is actually going on. You understand what I'm saying? This is the bottom line of what I'm trying to get to. You understand what I'm saying? Because I believe that there's a whole host of things that's out there provided to the people of the United States of America and in the world that's led to keep people under some type of umbrella where they can be, I hate using the word, but control in a society, control in a manner of what they're going in. Um, a big one is religion. I believe that religion is the biggest controller that the government or he who controls has placed in front of the people to get them to, for the lack of words, act right or act in a sense. You got to understand what I'm saying here. Um, do you honestly think that there's enough food? Just let's speak of food, things that's nutritious, things outside of food that you need to every day to sustain life. Think of how comfortable the American people have gotten with just everyday life. Do you think there's enough material? Do you think there's enough productivity? Do you think there's enough natural resources in the world to produce what we're consuming for the population that's inside of the world? Look at the rate that women are having babies. Look at the way that we're reproducing for each household. Look at the people that's on social security, people that get food stamps. You know, understand what I'm saying? People that collected unemployment benefits, things of that nature. They didn't collect unemployment benefits for no reason. It was a reason for that. They don't go on, SNAP benefits for no reason. There's a reason for that. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand why people act so confused when it comes to these kind of things. These things does not happen for no reason. In 1933, June 5th, 1933, there's something happened for a reason. You get what I'm trying to say? The Social Security Act happened for a reason. They knew, when I say they, I'm speaking of government or he who matters, knew that it was going to come to a time where the people will need the government. They knew this. And the reason why they knew this is because they created that topic. They created that issue. They created that boom over and over and over and over again, and have me and you sitting here confused about what we're actually seeing and what's actually going on in the world and in politics. You get what I'm trying to say? They have these people that come that looks nothing like you, talk nothing like you, never been inside of your neighborhood, ever, ever, though. Never see these people a day in your life. And they get on the news, CBS, ABC, Fox, social media platforms, on these paid promotions that they didn't even pay for. And they drill information. They drill news. They drill media. They drill these things inside of people's head every day. Every day, all day. And there's reasons behind what they're doing this for. They're not just doing this for no reason. They're doing it to control. If you don't believe me, what do you think is going to happen when the government does not have control over the people? They say, oh, this stuff just happened in movies. No, it happened in real life. It happens in real life. George Floyd, that was real. Look what the police did when they couldn't control that situation. They killed the man when they couldn't control a situation. What do the police do to you when they can't control a situation? What are they trained to do? Use force. You get what I'm saying? They're trained to use force. They tell it to you every day. Our stupid asses go in court, argue with these people all the time with a bunch of words. You get what I mean? And say, oh, maybe I did do what you said I did, but I did it like this. Does this still count towards your 5,000 laws that you have regarding this one matter? It's control. It's there for a reason. When they get you to sign your name, your signature on all those documents, they're binding you for a reason. This is for a reason. Of course, they're going to give you a piece of paper that say re-rule, blah, 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 blah. And you can't even find that rule because you've never seen the book that rule come into. They provided you with the paper. They provided you with the pen. They provided you with every manner in which you could sign this paper. But they didn't provide you with the book that the rules and the regulations in it. Nobody taught you about the law. Nobody taught you about how this actually works. And people every day say, oh, America government is not trying to control people. Military is not trying to control people. They've been doing it for years. There's a U.S. embassy in most countries in the world. It's there for a reason. There's a U.S. embassy in damn near every country in the world, and it's there for a reason. So until you can answer these questions for me, it's kind of like, what is all the suspicion about? What is all the confusion about? You still thinking about something? I'm gonna tell you something, right? In religion, it says follow God in every religion, most likely. I'm not saying that I'm against religion. I'm just saying, in most religions, it say follow God, do everything that God says to do. Basically, in a nutshell. And he who does that, when you die, you will be rewarded. That's control. If you think I'm lying, if I told you I will give you $1,000,000, right? Listen to most of the things that I say. Walk my life, stay away from this. Make sure you do this. Give the offering to this. Make sure everything is in line the way that I say. Make sure you be righteous. And I will do all this for you. And when you die, I will send you to a place where I will give you this abundance of things. But all you got to do is follow me first and then die. And you guys think this is not control. Oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Somebody kicked this guy off of YouTube. Somebody kicked this guy off Twitter. Somebody kicked this guy off Facebook. He doesn't know what he's talking about. How do I not know what I'm talking about? I see it every day. What are you looking at? What are you guys seeing every day? I'm confused. I'm a person that actually been involved in something. Yes, I've been to prison before. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Most people get up here and I'm ashamed to say that. I'm ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed to say it. Me going to prison taught me some of the most important things that I'll ever know in my life. Helped me. It really did help me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It really did help me. It gave me time to stop and think about what I wanted to do and what I was doing, and who I was serving at what I was doing, who this was benefiting, who this worked for. When I was in prison, I understood that that didn't work for nobody but the service of what it was there for. Bondage, slavery. That's what it's there for. Oh, they don't want to control. What do you think police get up every day and go to work and do? They can say they're doing whatever they want to say they're doing. They're controlling. They're doing America's duty. They're doing the government's duty. They put someone that look just like you, act like you, and they try to get that person as close in your neighborhood as possible and come control you. If you don't believe me, look at Saudi Arabia. Look at what the government did to Saudi Arabia. Look at what the U.S. government did to Saudi Arabia. If you don't believe me, they went in there, overturned their government by modernizing Saudi Arabia. Went in there, modernized Saudi Arabia, put a couple of McDonald's over there. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what they put over there, but I just know they helped modernize it. They helped put buildings, skyscrapers, those type of things like that. Put like Walmarts over there, those type of things like that. Modernize it, big streets, windows, building, all that kind of stuff. Next thing you know, America got something to do with Saudi Arabia politics. Piss Afghanistan the fuck off. Iraq, Iran, they all got issues with their oil. America, they'll crash these planes into these towers. And y'all make it seem like every single day that y'all don't see this shit. So you wait till a white cop go kill a black dude, get all bent out of shape. Oh my God, Black Lives Matter. They come up with another group that eventually start by black people, create these groups, and then the white man come and control it. The black people go ask for a whole bunch of shit from the white man that's controlling it. You get what I'm trying to say? They go ask for a whole bunch of things. Let me get some Social Security. Let me get some help getting funds for these people. Let me get some of your loans. Let me get some of your grants so I could go and get these people. Oh, and then you know what they do? You know what the government do? What the government do is they go and they say, okay, let me get the name and the Social Security of everybody that you're here to sign up. Who do you need grants for? Who are we pushing this money to? And you know what you do? You fill out a form because you need the money. You're broke. You don't have any money. And even if you did have money, you still don't have enough money for these people. So what you do is you give your company over to the government. You don't know that you're giving your company over to the government because there's no paperwork that saying, oh, I am giving this percent of my company over to the United States government. There's never going to be nothing that says that. When they own the Social Security number, when you go and you sign up for an EIN number, do you think they can't control what you're doing if they control that number? Do you think if you're going into the bank and you're applying for loans with these banks that's basically owned by the Federal Reserve, do you think in your mind they can't control what's going on in that bank? They tell you when you place your money inside of our bank, we're only obligated by the law to keep around 10% of what you place inside of this bank in here. The rest we can loan. The rest we could do it as we see fit. And y'all think every day that you see this shit, that is a joke. That is a game. Now COVID is here, and y'all still think it's a joke. Y'all still think that this shit is a game. Y'all still think these people not coming in here. Y'all still think they not separating. Y'all still think this ain't some segregation shit that's going on. They're just doing it on a bigger level. Y'all don't understand that. I'm not dropping no names because this is how you get kicked off platforms. I'm not dropping no, this is how you get kicked off platforms, but I'm here to tell you something. I'm not here to give you nothing that these people is giving you. I'm not with none of that. I'm not with none of that. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm feared for what's going on right now. I really, honestly, truly feared for what I'm seeing right now. You get what I'm trying to say? And if you don't, you are foolish. If you don't see what's going on, you are foolish. That man Trump kind of makes sense if you ask me. See how fast they got him out of here? They got him out of here for no reason. And I'm a black man telling you that. It's nothing. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not about black. It's not about white. It ain't about black and white. It ain't never been about black and white. It's not going to be about black and white. It's about control. It been people before all of this who ran all of this. You get what I'm trying to say? Who ran all of this stuff that you see right here. It's been people here before trying to do the same thing that is people here trying to do now. Black Lives Matter. There was a Martin Luther King before that was stronger than Black Lives Matter. What he was trying to accomplish was intelligent. What he was trying to accomplish was a very good thing. He did not die in vain. There was a lot of people that was part of his movement that wanted to do what he, you understand what I'm saying? He influenced a lot of people doing what he was doing. He made a lot of change doing what he was trying to do. But me, if you ask me, was what he did successful? No. Was what he did successful? No, it was not, because it's what he did was successful. We wouldn't still be going through what we're going through now. If what Malcolm X did was successful, we wouldn't be going through what we're going through now. You get what I'm trying to say? If what these people were doing was successful, we wouldn't be going through what we're going through now. We've seen the NCAA, NAACP, we've seen them get basically infiltrated with someone that wasn't even of the African American race, had the time of her life in there. She got up out of there, got it turned over to somebody else. They act like this never happened. Them people that ran up in the government building, the Capitol building, that took the people paperwork, that seen all that, destroyed their desks, ran all up in there, radical. Let that had been 10 black people. Fuck the 50, the hundreds, the thousand. Let that would have been 10 black people that ran inside that Capitol building. 5 of them would have been dead. 5 of them would have been dead on the way out. They would have never made it out. And the rest of the 5 will still be in jail to this day. I have not heard anything about those people who ran up in there. And if I did hear something about it, I got to go look for that. If it was black people, that would have been on the front page of everything going on right now. When George Floyd died, he was on the front page. When your cousin died, chances are he'll make the front page in your town if the town's small enough, if the city is small enough. If your city is big enough, he's still going to make that paper. He's still going to make that news. They're going to broadcast that. That's a control thing. They want to put it right in front of your face. But what they're going to do is they're going to make it seem like it's us doing it to ourselves. But they're going to make sure they put it in our face, though. They ain't going to do shit about it. Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, it's just the black people killing all black people. I'm not making this a black and white thing. So just understand what I'm telling you. I understand the walk or where I'm trying to get at. It's an urban thing. There's no love for the urban community. It's not about a black or white thing. It's white people that live in the urban community every day. It's white people that go through the same thing that black people go through every single day. It's white people in the world that do not matter to other white people. Do you not understand what I'm saying? They say, oh, God, these guys are gang banging. These guys are... America does the same fucking shit. America is the biggest gang in the world. If you don't believe me, just understand who you're dealing with. You got to understand who you're dealing with. When you're walking into a bank and you taking out loans and you open it up, understand what you're doing. I'm going to break it down to you like this. It'll sound like the foolest thing in the world that you ever heard in your life, right? You have a check. You go to work 40 hours out of the week. Slave. Your time, your energy, your blood, sweat, and tears go inside of this job that you're performing for this employer. Correct? At the end of your pay period, they give you a check. Right? Now you'll say, oh, yeah, I just got paid. Everything is everything. You open up the check says the number on it. The number is what they pay you. You see your taxes that they taking out. See everything that they taking out. You get what I'm trying to say? See everything that they taking out. You got robbed already right there. Do I need to explain how you get robbed in taxes? Everybody in America knows how they're getting robbed with taxes. And nobody does shit about it. But everybody understands how they're getting robbed with taxes already. Now you take that check. Let's say, for instance, your check says $500. You are to get $500. In your mind, you're like, okay, I just worked 40 hours for this check. I'm going to go and I'm going to cash my check. What the bank is going to try to do is say, okay, we got a hard worker here. You're going to come into their office. You're going to say, well, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to basically get my money from my employer without a direct deposit or some type of check or some type of something. I have millions of things that I need to do that's in the world because you're lazy and because you don't want to live and because you don't want to do things in life. You're lazy. So you want to go inside of a bank to be a fiduciary for you. If you do not know what a fiduciary is, that's someone who handles matters for you in some kind of way. It could be financial, it could be legal. It's a fiduciary, someone who handles affairs for you. You're directing somebody to handle an affair for you. So you're basically asking the bank that you're banking with to handle an affair for you. That bank, if you don't believe what I'm saying to you, that bank has a number that has a connection to a federal bank that is called the Federal Reserve. If you don't believe what I'm saying, all you have to do is type it in on Google, on your computer or on your phone, to challenge anything that I'm saying. You get what I'm trying to say? Those small banks that you're going to, Citizens Bank, Bank of America, Capital, whatever you want to name these banks, HSBCs, credit union banks, they all have an FDIC number and they all have a connection to the Federal Reserve. If they do not have a connection to the Federal Reserve, chances are your bank is not supposed to be in operation. It's an illegal bank inside of the United States of America. Now, what I was saying is you bring your check to the bank. The bank wants to cash your check. You exchange your check for some form of service that the bank is providing to you. If you give them a direct deposit, chances are you have a checking account with that bank, probably $25 in a savings account to keep that checking account floating. If you think that I'm lying to you, how about you try to spend that $25 that you put in that bank when you made that account? How about you try to do that? They're going to say, oh, you can't spend this. We're saving this for, this is for your... They're going to tell you a whole host of things, but the moral of the story is you're not going to be able to spend that. You get what I'm trying to say? So now you're down $25 or $50 or $100 or whatever amount of money you spent to put it inside the bank. Now you're telling the bank that you want a direct deposit. The whole purpose of the direct deposit for the bank is to never again let you see your check again. And I'm going to tell you why they never want you to see your check again. You're going to think that I'm crazy. You're going to say this guy don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But if you just Google and stop being lazy and look something up, you're going to see that this guy is the smartest thing in the world. And then this one view that I have on here right now will probably change into millions and millions of views later on down the line. But I'm not here for that right now. I'm just here to educate. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, the bank wants your check. The reason why the bank wants your check is because, like I just said, the only thing that makes the world go round is your blood, sweat, and tears. If you don't believe what I'm saying, look at it from this point of view. If they gave everybody in the world right now $1 billion, 1 billion, everybody got $1 billion, it's not going to really matter who the fuck has more money than you after that, because you have $1 billion. I'm pretty sure you can find something to do with it, and there'll still be assholes that'll go broke. Trust me on that. It'll still be some people out there that'll get $1 billion and pull a whole Mike Tyson and don't know what to do with their money. They'll just go broke as fuck. You get what I'm trying to say? Don't be one of those people. You get what I'm trying to say? Now back to what I was saying again. You get the check. You get what I'm trying to say? You get the check, you bring it into the bank. If they gave everybody $1 billion right now, there will be no working for anyone. Do you get what I'm saying? There will be no iPhones. There will be no computers. There will be no smart Rolexes and shit. There will be no Corvettes. There will be none of that shit that y'all see every day. This t-shirt with this rose on it. Oh, excuse me. This side. I'm sorry. This side. There will be none of that. There will be none of that stuff here. And the reason why it will be none of that stuff, because nobody will want to work for nothing. Nobody will want to innovate anything. Nobody will want to grow. Nobody will. Fuck you. I got $1 billion. What the fuck you want me to do? Tell somebody who spent half their money already to do it. He still got 500 million. He don't want to do it. Nobody will want to do anything. They understood this problem from the door. America was set up in a way where the people would win, and the people will continue to win. The Declaration of Independence was written very well. They could come up with as much myths and all this. Declaration of Independence was written for these people. The Declaration of Independence was written by people that wasn't even from here. They were not even from here. They were running from the same shit they're doing now. If you don't believe me, just do your history. They didn't want to pay taxes. The Boston Tea Party, it was real. It happened for a reason. What was the Boston Tea Party about? Was it not about taxes? And y'all just think this shit is a game. And y'all just out here paying taxes every day. Should I pay taxes too? I'm out here paying taxes every day too. Shit, I'm with you. You get what I'm trying to say? And we do it. We don't understand why we do it. We do it. We go inside the bank. We just worked 40 hours. We go inside the bank and we create an account with people we never met before. And we trust them for reasons. I don't even understand what we trust them for. But we trust them for reasons. And we keep trusting them enough to walk inside their bank, give them a fee to even put our money inside the bank, get nothing from them while we're doing this, other than a place to hold the money. Actually, a lady just told me earlier, I asked her, she said you should open up a bank account. I went to go get a notary earlier. She said you should open up it was at Citizens Bank. She said you should open up a bank account with Citizens. I said, oh man, what can Citizens Bank? Basically, I said, what can Citizens Bank do for me? She said, it'll be very convenient for you. We'll get you a card. You'll be able to shop here, there, and you won't be able to spend your money as fast as you'll normally be able to spend money. I looked at the lady. I'm like, yo, what? You lost me. It wasn't even about all the other shit you just said. It was about the fact that you just said I won't be able to spend my money as quick as I normally be able to spend my money. You just lost me. You just told me that you're not obligated to keep my money inside of this bank. Y'all not going to look at it like that when y'all walk inside of a bank. You won't see it like that. You're not going to view it like that. That's not going to go off in your head because you're worried about all the wrong things. You're worried about how convenient this bank could be for you because you're too lazy. You're worried about, can this bank pay your grocery store? Can this bank give you $50 if you don't have it for your grocery bill? Can this bank process payments for you at a certain amount of time? Can this bank give you something when you're already guaranteed what you're going into the bank trying to get? If you don't believe me, again, Executive Order 1033, June 5th, 1933, Franklin D. Roosevelt put into an executive order. He who owns the gold must pay the debt. House Joint Resolution 192. Google it now. If you don't believe what I'm telling you, just go Google that right now. It's not no secure party shit or none of that. Just go Google that. House Joint Resolution 192, Franklin D. Roosevelt. And you read that. And you tell me if what I'm telling you is not making sense. What that was is Franklin D. Roosevelt ordered the people of America to turn in the gold and turn in the silver to their local bank in exchange for the currency that we have now. We didn't have this shit. This dollars, bills, and we didn't have this this we didn't have none of this. If you look at this, there's a signature on there. Somebody owns this. This is not yours. This is property. Somebody owns this. If you don't believe what I'm telling you, somebody owns your car. Somebody owns your laptop. Somebody owns your phone. Somebody owns your clothes. Somebody owns your guns and all this other shit. Whether it's you or somebody else, somebody owns it. It's somebody's. And if you look at all that stuff that I just named, it all have this right here on it. Excuse me. This green number right here. And that's a serial number. That's showing you that's property of somebody. It belongs to somebody. It got manufactured. It came from somewhere. It didn't just pop up. This belongs to somebody. You see these signatures on here by these very prominent motherfuckers? You don't see that at the top of that say Federal Reserve note? The United States? This note is legal tender. It's telling you. You don't own this. It's not none of yours. You walk into the bank and you get them people your check. You just gave them your hard-earned money. You just gave them your blood, sweat, and tears. Your signature just made that valid. It's not valid without your signature. You can't cash a check without you signing that. You can't cash that check. The check is invalid without you signing that. The check is just a check without you signing it. It has to be signed by him or he, her, who performed those duties. This is why they're asking you for all your name, your social security number that goes along with this check, because your social security number is the account that they're sending this money to. This is the account that's in question when they're talking about this. If you don't believe what I'm saying, just look at your ID and you will see all those capital letters that's on that ID. All capital letters on your ID. If you don't believe what I'm saying, go ask your mother. If your mother is still alive, you call your mother right now. You get up, you go call her. Mom, hey, look, when you were in the hospital at Wake Me Up University Hospital, when you were there, did you spell my name like this? I bet you this dollar right here that she didn't. I also bet you another dollar or this same dollar right here, because I got two now because you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose if you go against me. So I will have $2. So I bet you your dollar back. That after you ask your mom and your mom tells you that she did not write your name like that, if you ask your mom, hey mom, what happened to the paper that you signed? That was signed wrong. If you didn't write my name like that and they got my name spelled like this is not how my name was written. Where did you send this paper to, mom? I bet you another dollar your mom don't have a fucking clue of what happened to that paper that she signed your name on. And the reason for that, my friends, I know I'm saying the reason for a lot of things, and I'm talking about a lot of things, and I'm jumping from here to here to here, but she's deep. But the reason for that is because she had nothing to do with it after that. Once she signed your name on that paper, and she said, as those benefits, you were created in a hospital, and they stamped your hand, your leg, your toe, your footprint on that paper, and they created this and said, this is a live birth. Your mom has lost control over you from an ownership standpoint. Still the custodian, the guardian, responsibility, if that's a fucking word, or whatever type of forms you want to put up, you want to come up with to justify what she is to you. But she's everything but your legal owner, for one. And if you don't believe that, well, just let you slap your kid a little bit too hard. Just let you not feed them for a few hours. And then go to school and tell somebody that. And then you see CPS coming involved in your life telling you that you can't even have your own kid. And you say, how can you take my kid from me? And then you just automatically go to court and start believing them because they're the government, they're the feds, and then you just got to believe with anything they say. You don't challenge anything that they say. They tell you to kill yourself, we do it. Because at this point, just hurry up, get it over with. We'll do us all a favor. Seriously. You'll do us all a favor. You feel what I'm saying? She goes in there, creates a birth certificate for you, sign your name, creates you, put it on the paper, say she need help with the benefits, Social Security. She needs some WIC for you. She needs you to get a whole bunch of flu shots in General Hospital, so they need to sign you up for all this government program should something happen to you in there that you need to be a part of for the rest of your life. She signed you up for Social Security, never even spoke to Social Security. Never even spoke to Social Security, then signed me up for a whole program. How you sign me up, Mom, for Social Security? Who the fuck gave you the authority to do that, Mom? Who told you that I wanted Social Security, Mom? Because she's the legal guardian of you. Oh, guess who came up with that? The same people who came up with the government program that you're enrolled in. If you don't believe me, just check it out. A birth certificate is formed when you're in a hospital and it's signed over. They send that birth certificate to the Department of Health. The Department of Health say they seen something actually happen. They seen something actually take place. They stamp it. Seal, certificate of seal around your birth certificate. Now they giving people birth certificates that ain't worth shit. It's not even the right birth certificate. They gave me some shit that's about as size as the dollar. My birth certificate look like this dollar now. My birth certificate used to be this big. My birth certificate used to be this long. It was all different type of colors. Mine was pink. I was a boy with a pink birth certificate. They had shit fucked up with me from the door. Not even gonna lie. They had shit fucked up with me way from the door. They had me fucked all the way up. Gave me a pink birth certificate. Knew shit was wrong. Put my name in capital letters. I had a fucked up name to begin with. I ain't even gonna drop my real name on here because it was all bad to begin with. I just came in this thing like Miley Cyrus. It was a wrecking ball. I'm telling you. So they shipped my paperwork to the Department of Health. From the Department of Health, they said, okay, this person really real. This actually happened. You know what the Department of Health did? The Department of Health sent it to Social Security. Social Security Administration created an account for me because I cannot do business in the United States or in the world without being enrolled in commerce, which runs America. Not religion, not how physically fit you are, not how much money you have, because it really doesn't matter how much money you have when you're dealing or you're challenging the people who created the whole banking system. They created this. They own you. They own everything that's here. This is why they give you a copy of everything. Send your shit to Social Security. They create this account for you, tell you they're going to give you a whole bunch of benefits for the rest of your life. Should something ever happen to you, tell you they're going to give you all type of 401k plans and all this other shit that you could do on your own if you really wanted to. They're helping you save money. I go to work and they put to the side a certain amount of money for me. If you just go get an annuity, they'll do the same fucking thing. They'll do the same thing. Just go get a regular annuity. They do the same shit. It's the same thing. You go to work. You work for 40 hours. You get your check. What do you mean? You get your check. You can upload your shit. You can upload your check on Cash App. No problems. You won't collect any interest, but shit, you won't pay any late fees either. I never got a late fee from Cash App. I never had a call from Cash App that told me that somebody I owe any money to anybody for any reasons that I didn't want to get them for. It's people that try to hack Cash App all the time. I just never had that experience with that. You walk into a bank, you put your own money in there. They have given you nothing. They gave you nothing. But they're going to tell you how to spend your money, how much money you can take out. If you try to spend $50 way in the middle of West Bummerfuck, chances are your card is not even going to work because they're going to fucking cancel it because they're going to say they don't authorize or they don't recognize who you're doing it business with. So you're going to be stranded anyway. What if you would have just had your check or had your money in your pocket like you were supposed to? You wouldn't be in that type of predicament. Now I got to go and I got to ask Citizens Bank, can they unlock my card? But they telling me due to COVID, I am caller number 19, so I gotta wait 25 minutes to get my own shit. And then when it's time for me to get my own shit, they're gonna put a person on the phone that spoke to 50 other people today trying to get their own shit. But the person that's on the phone got rules and regulations that they gotta follow that they don't even understand. They don't even understand their own rules and regulations that they have to follow themselves. And they put these people in power because they know they can be controlled because they don't even understand what the fuck they're doing. You get COVID, you go to the doctor to see what's wrong with your COVID. The people that you're there that's doing you don't even understand what they're supposed to be doing at the time they're supposed to be doing. You don't believe what I'm saying? Those people didn't die in the nursing home for no reason. They didn't understand what the fuck they were supposed to be doing. And the people that did understand what they were supposed to be doing, they was doing their job. They was doing their job, and they was doing their job to the T. They was doing their job. They was doing everything that the person in front of them or above them was telling them to do. Because that's all they was told to do. That's all you could get this from. COVID didn't have a book where I could go open up a history book and I could go read a history book about what happened with COVID. So please stop acting like you know what the fuck is going on with COVID. A year ago, nobody on the planet knew shit about what was going on with COVID. Please stop acting like if COVID is a real thing, y'all just understand all this shit to it and all that. Because mask or without the mask, y'all still seeing people dying, but I'm not seeing nobody dead. I'm not seeing nobody dead. I'm sorry, bro. If you want to hate me for saying that, or you want to view me, or kick me off YouTube, or kick me off whatever platform you want to kick me off because I'm telling the truth. You get what I'm trying to say? Because I'm actually speaking to something. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. But I know what I'm saying is facts. The stuff that I was into, if you think I'm lying, just go Google some shit about a person against the vaccine. Once again, I'm not saying I'm against the vaccine, so please don't report me. Don't do that. But what I'm saying is, just go look for it. Go see if you can find it. And watch how many videos pop up of someone telling you how radical it will be of someone to go against the vaccine. You can't find a video that tells you that you shouldn't get the vaccine or the bad things that's going on with the vaccine, but you could find a whole host of videos. I'm not even speaking about the videos that's talking about the vaccine, that's in cahoots with the vaccine, that's for the vaccine, the commercial for the vaccine. Not talk about those videos. I'm talking about the videos that's specifically made to talk about people not that's against getting the vaccine. It's a whole host of them shit. There's a whole host of videos that's like that. All you gotta do is go look. It's out there. Just go see. I'm gonna wrap this episode up. Because I've been on here for longer than I wanted to. So I'm gonna wrap this episode up, but I will be back with a new episode with a more detailed script. I'm trying to get bigger. I'm trying to get better. I didn't even really, get into who I really am and what I'm really trying to accomplish here because I really don't know the direction fully of where I want to go to, where I want to go with this. But I just want to educate the people. I just want to be a different voice. I just want to, I just want my delivery to be something that you could be familiar with. Give you some information that you might not have known before and keep you up to date with the real stuff that's going on right now, because I know that there's a lot of media providers and media services that cloud information. They make it hard for you to understand what's actually going on. They put a lot of things in front of us, like different music, different weird shit that's going on. They put it in front of you so you don't see the real stuff that's actually occurring, so you don't really get close with what's really going on in society. And I plan to bring that to you guys. I plan to stay genuine, and deliver all that to you guys. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be funny. I got some funny videos that you guys can check out. I got some music. I'm an artist. Also got that you guys can look out. My girlfriend, she does makeup. She's gonna start doing tutorials for her makeup. She's gonna start doing, portfolios for people. She's gonna start getting involved with the community when it comes to that stuff. She got a whole host. I don't know the shit that she does when it comes to that shit. I just know she got 6 bags of shit in here, makeup shit. all over the fucking place. It's fucking dust everywhere, powder shit, fairy tale shit all over the place, and you know it has to go somewhere. So hopefully we could get her on camera to explain to you guys how to do a front lace. How to do a front lace so you can have one hand on frontal and one. All right, man. I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I'll talk to y'all next time. Y'all like how I had $2 in my hand the whole time. All right, and it's okay.